What is going on, YouTube? PPS here, YouTube Play of the Daytime. We're coming at you guys. First day of February. Hope you guys had a good month. January flew by. Obviously, full swing of college basketball. Tough to keep up with everything right now. Obviously, I'm a little bit behind on today's video. I just got some stuff with work and all my other stuff that we have going on today. So couldn't get it done this morning, but I do have two spots for you guys. Just could be a little bit quicker today, unfortunately. But if you could, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. First of the month, as always, we'll be ready to go, getting ourselves ready and continuing to cook for March. Coming off of our last YouTube Play of the Day video, Ball State, don't know how we didn't get there. Bowling Green ended up winning by like 8. We needed one bucket, couldn't get it. Started out a lot better than I expected and just fell apart towards the end. Eastern Michigan, I didn't even come close. I don't even know if they broke 50. Shout out to Akron, man. That defense is legit, and that Eastern Michigan offense is very, very, very bad. So 1-1, we end up losing 0.1 units on that. I'm going to get going right into this. I know I've had a few guys say they want me to move it a little quicker through here, so we'll do that. So first one is going to be Arizona. We're going to Arizona team total at 88.5, minus 114 on FanDuel. My other play actually is not up on FanDuel right now, which is weird. Usually they don't have games missing right now, but we'll figure it out. Arizona team total 88.5, facing off against Cal. They played earlier this year. Arizona put up 100 on them, 100 to 81. I do like the full game over if you want to play that, but Arizona at home is just an absolute juggernaut. This team is amazing at home. And California is nothing to write home about here. Let's go to Arizona here. Take a look at our spots for today. Arizona at home shoots 41% from three. They shoot 32% on the road this year. Obviously, very, very big difference. They're averaging over 90 points per game, guys. 90 points per game at home. Arizona's averaging 94.8 points per game at home. California's kind of let the opposing team dictate pace. So we've seen some of these games against faster teams like Colorado go to 160. We've seen USC, who's not super fast, but really was efficient in their game, 82-74, right? Butler plays a little bit quicker, Ole Miss a little bit quicker, and we're seeing those games fly up there. Obviously, this will be the fastest-paced game that they've had, and we see all that in the first game. Arizona took it to Cal. A huge spread tonight. Again, started at the number 18.5. They won by 19 last game. But at home here, it's really tough for me to fade Arizona. You look at Cal on defense on the season, they're bottom 50 in terms of 3-point percentage allowed, 36%. That is not what you want to do in this spot against Arizona, especially with the pace that they're going to be playing. Cal will get paced up here about 5 possessions. Arizona's top 10 in pace. And obviously very, very good offensively. Bello is going to be a problem for these guys. Obviously, they're just loaded in the guard position. You look at this team for Cal, and what really is going to be the tough part is we saw, I can't even pronounce his last name, Amok, senior for Cal, in his matchup against Arizona in the first game. He had to go up against Bello, right? He has to go up against this elite front line. Obviously, some of these guys can shoot threes off the bench, these bigs, and he fouled out in 20 minutes. So obviously that was important in the first game, but it could happen here again just because of how physical that front line is. And this is a tough spot for him, being really their only big that can guard him. He's 6'11". They don't really have that type of size anywhere else. So I think he's going to be in for a tough night as well. Arizona is just absolutely loaded across the board. Amok is obviously huge and very good usually, but Bello's nice. You got obviously Boswell on the outside as well, and going along with Caleb Love, it's just a really tough matchup for this Cal team. So wanting to roll with these guys, especially at home. These home road splits mean so much more in college. And obviously want to back Arizona when they have that home court advantage here. So Arizona team total 88.5, minus 120 on DraftKings, minus 114 on FanDuel. Speaking of DraftKings and FanDuel, I can't find this one on FanDuel, so we're going to have to go to DraftKings here. You can see it's minus 120 there. I'm going to the over in Youngstown and Wright State, 164.5. I know, guys, big number again. I'm going to another game like this, but I don't know who stops who here. Youngstown State, team I do enjoy watching here, is going to get paced up quite a bit. Wright State, absolutely awful defensively, guys. This team is bottom 10 in the country in terms of defensive efficiency. We've seen them give up 76 points to IUPUI. They gave up 99 to Cleveland State, 81 to Milwaukee. And Youngstown State is obviously significantly better than all of those teams. Youngstown is fighting for that top spot. They're half a game behind Green Bay. They got to get this win. But when you're going in this spot, they played Youngstown State at Youngstown. Youngstown controlled the pace a little bit more there, 81-71. Here you're in Wright State, man. And this is a fun team to back at home. You obviously got Trey Calvin there, who I love to watch. This team is really fun to watch. If you haven't watched them yet this year, you definitely should. But they really do struggle at guarding the three-point ball, 37.2% allowed. But they're going to score. That's how they win. That's how they play. At home this year, averaging 87.7 points per game. Obviously, that's a pretty nice number there. You go to Youngstown, they're actually top 100 in scoring. They're averaging 77 points per game. They're playing fast, not Wright State fast, but when you have a guard like Trey Calvin, who's probably, in my opinion, probably the best player in this league, averaging 20 points per game, 45% from three, 90% from the free throw line. Tanner Holden, Brandon Noel, all these dudes shooting 38, 45, 40% from three. This is a tough spot for Youngstown heading there. I don't think it's going to be a tough spot to score. I think it's going to be a tough spot to stop them. Wright State scores at home at a ridiculous clip. And like I said, that first game was close. I think this one's going to be pretty close as well. Obviously, the spread indicates that too. Just looking at that first game, we saw Youngstown State really do whatever they wanted. They only shot 30% from three. Wright State only shot 31% from three. And they still got to 152. Both teams shooting 40% only from the field. Definitely expect a little bit more positive regression in this spot. And yeah, this is going to be one of those games where you're going to want to not be on this under, because I think this pace is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be fast, and I don't think either team really has the people to stop them. Ziggy Reed should have a field day. Did well in their first matchup. Rush, 12 points a game. Burns and Thompson, both 12 points per game. So I think the size of Youngstown should be able to overwhelm Wright State. I think the pace and the three-point shooting of Wright State will be able to keep this game going. And when you have a guy like Trey Calvin running this offense and wanting to run it fast, this is going to be a game where you're going to want to have this over. And I think that this is going to continue to move up. It hasn't moved much. I think only half a point to the over so far. I think it's going to be way higher than that, to be honest. So Wright State over 164.5, minus 112, and then heading over to Arizona for the team total at 88.5, minus 114. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you could hit that like button, I really appreciate it. Always on the first of the month. If you do want to grab more plays, shoot me a message over on Twitter. Obviously, we can work with that and get you guys some more stuff. So thank you guys. Hit that like button if you could on the way out, and we will see you tomorrow for another round of our YouTube Play of the Day video.